Welcome back to the letters that John wrote. We are in the first letter that he wrote, and we've been in the third chapter. It's a very interesting chapter. We've learned a lot about what it is to live out our Christian faith, and we've learned what the difference between loving someone and hating someone is, and what life and death is. And we've just experienced this whole issue of how we keep His commandments. And when we keep His commandments and we do what pleases Him and we ask Him what that is, He grants that to us. Whether it's the power to do it or whether it's simply something we need to accomplish His will. And we talked about praying in His will too, just as Jesus did. Well, we're going to pick up and go on in verse 23 where it says, "This is the commandment, that we believe in the name of His Son, Jesus Christ, and that we love one another, just as He commanded us. The one who keeps His commandments remains in Him, and He in him. We know this, that He remains in us by the Spirit whom He has given us." Wow. This is one of those texts that we can tell right away, first of all, that the writer of the Gospel of John also wrote this letter. We're not talking about two different Johns. It's the same guy. He uses almost verbatim the same words, and he definitely conveys the same language as he does in John 15 verses 4 through 6. That's the Gospel of John 15 verses 4 through 6. He talks about that He is in us and we are in Him, and He remains in us and we remain in Him because, why? We believe in the name of His Son and we love one another. Now, whenever the word name is used, like we believe in the name of Jesus Christ, what we're really saying is we know and experience and believe, we extend our faith into the authority of Jesus Christ, because the word name typically in the New Testament, with a couple of exceptions, but almost always means authority. And of course, Jesus Christ has all authority. We read that in Matthew chapter 28 and various other places, but that's a very familiar one, where He has all authority, and He gives that authority to His disciples to go out and preach the gospel and share the truth of Jesus so that others can become disciples and learn how to live their life the right way. Well, this all connects back to John in the Gospel of John, where he says, I'll abide in you and you in me. It's a joint thing. It's where we come together. It's like a handshake. We're in Him and He is in us. And that is a grip, that is a solid relationship that is based on knowing His authority, experiencing His authority, and loving one another. And that's the God love, agape. We normally don't love that way. We love others basically as friends and companions, even our spouses. But when we let God's love come through us, we love our spouses, our friends, even people we don't know, through that great love of God, which is sacrificial, unmeasurable, and unconditional. Well, we'll pick up there in our next session.